starting with number 9, we have to convert equations from rectangular to polar. So we're given a xy equation and we have to put it in an r theta equation. So we start out with x equals y squared over 2. And remember that x equals r cosine theta. So r cosine theta equals r sine theta quantity squared over 2, which is r cosine theta equals r squared sine squared theta over 2. Okay, divide by r, and I get 2 cosine, and I also multiply by 2. Just doing it fast. 2 cosine, made a mess here. Da-da-da. Okay, that would be, that's cosine theta equals r sine squared theta over 2. So 2 cosine theta equals r sine squared theta. So r equals 2 cosine theta over sine squared theta. And the 1 cosine over sine would give me a cotan. So r equals 2, going too fast, 2 cotan theta. And then I have a 1 over secant left, 1 over sine left. So that would be cosecant theta. So 1 cotangent theta, cosecant theta. 2 cotangent theta times cosecant theta. So you can just leave that dot out. So r equals 2. Let me write it right. Cotangent theta, cosecant theta. There we go. So that is number 9. Let's move on to number 10. You have y squared equals x squared minus 3. To me, these are the easiest. They're most fun. You can just remember those things, r sine theta and r cosine theta. So this is r squared sine squared theta equals r squared cosine squared theta minus 3. So we're going to get our r squareds together. So r squared sine squared theta minus cosine squared theta is equal to -3. Okay, so now this is not, remember, cosine of 2 theta is cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. So if I have it the other way around, sine squared theta minus cosine squared theta, isn't that a -2? So like take a negative out. Negative and negative. That would give me negative cosine 2 theta is sine squared theta minus cosine squared theta. Okay, so this is r squared and negative cosine 2 theta equals -3. So r squared equals, divide this by negative cosine 2 theta is a +3 over cosine 2 theta. And let's change that so we don't have a denominator. R squared equals 3 secant 2 theta. So that would be the right answer for number 10. Number 11, x squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 4. So let's multiply this out first. X squared plus y squared minus 4y plus 4 equals 4. So you get x squared plus y squared minus 4y equals 0. Let's complete the square to try to get this in good form. So we would have, we got to put our signs in. What am I thinking? This is r squared cosine squared theta plus r squared sine squared theta minus 4r sine theta equals 0. So take an r squared out. and we get cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta. Let's put 4 on the other side, 4 sine theta on the other side. So that equals 4r sine theta. So r squared times 1 equals 4r sine theta. Divide by r, and r equals 4 sine theta. So that's the right answer. R equals 4 sine theta. And one more of this kind, number 12. Whoops, Number 12 is x minus 1 squared plus y plus 3 squared. Let me make sure I get it right. X minus 1 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 10. So this is x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus y squared plus 6y plus 9 equals 10. All right, so we have x squared plus y squared. And then, let's do minus 2x plus 6y. And let's put these guys over on the other side. I have a plus 10 and plus 10, so that's equal to 0. Okay, so now, r sine theta, r cosine theta. So r squared cosine squared theta plus r squared sine squared theta minus 2r cosine theta plus 6r sine theta equals 0. All right, so r squared times 1, equals 2r cosine theta plus 6r sine theta. Let's factor out a r. Let's factor out a 2r. Does it matter? It won't matter. I have to multiply it back. So I'll factor out a r. And then I get 2 cosine theta plus 6 sine theta. And so divide each by r. And I get r equals 2 cosine theta plus 6 sine theta. So that's the right answer. 2 cosine theta. No, it's supposed to be minus 6. So what did I do wrong? Oh, because this was a plus 6y. Here, error correction. This was a plus 6y. So when I put it over on this side, this should have been a minus 6y. So this should have been a minus 6y. So this is a minus 6y. Or minus 6 sine theta. Okay, so this is the correct answer. All right, so that was 9 through 12, and we just have one more video for 13 through 16.